Hello everyone, this is Diane. I want to talk to you today about the Christmas journal projects that I will be working on in the next few weeks. I have 5 journals planned and one that I was going to do, and I'm going to now just put that together as a kit and sell it because I just don't want to do that many. So I've been working on, I had to sort all of my Christmas stuff. So I set up my table in the office room where I pack orders and stuff. And I spread everything out into piles so that I kind of knew what I had, fabric and paper and small embellishments and things like that. So I did that, and then I selected the books I wanted to use for covers and then kind of compiled all of those items into my own little journal kits so that I know what I'm doing. So this one is the Christmas story. I did a journal with this book last year, and I don't know if I've done other ones other years, but this is a newer cover. I love the color of this cover. This is not an old version of the story. Let me see if I can, well, it's originally 1952, so we know that the illustrations are Eloise Wilkin, but this particular version is 1980, so it's a pretty good shape cover. It is a little bit worn, but not bad. So that's going to be, and I already have the pages cut and folded into this one. And then I'm going to do this one, the 12 Days of Christmas. I did this one before too, because I love the illustrations, the medieval. It's medieval looking, but still pretty colors, just really fun colors. So I'll be doing that one, and I have all of my pages compiled here. This will be a domestic art style, Season of Wonder. So that's a nice big journal, and I've got lots of pages ready for that. This is the one I've decided to pass on to someone else. I was kind of looking forward to doing this because I love Norman Rockwell. This book is full of Norman Rockwell. That's all it is. Norman Rockwell Christmas images. And I have all these things ready that I was going to use, and some music pages, and even, where'd they go? Some pages from a larger Norman Rockwell book. So all of this stuff will be put together into a kit that I can put in the shop. I don't know when I'll get that done. This is going to be the last one that I do because I just love that. Isn't that so cute? Hummel Christmas Angels. Because I was going to bring something in with me. Let me grab it. My friend had given me, quite a while ago, had given me this box because she thought that it would be fun to put a journal inside this box. And so I have other Hummel things that I can use. I got 2 calendars. And I've collected some things, some cards, and various things that would go in this journal. So this will be the last Christmas journal that I make. And then, as soon as I'm done with this, I will make the Hummel journal to go in this box. And I took the December pages out of those 2 calendars. So I've collected some things for that. But the one I'm going to start to do first is, it's going to be made with a digital kit from Home Book and Treasure. And I will link the shop below. And it is called Gnome Christmas, a Gnome Christmas. So I have this book. I just finished reading this book, actually. I just finished it a couple days ago. And I took the book jacket off and looked at the cover, and I thought, oh, that's perfect for the gnome book. And look, it's just the right size. So I'm going to take this page from the journal kit and Mod Podge it to the cover. But this kit has so many cute things in it. just getting something out of my way so we can get started here. I do have some things gathered. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with Mod Podging that and maybe Mod Podging some napkin onto one of the pages. But let me just show you some of the things in the kit. So I got the journal kit, which is 8 pages, and that includes like the backing page. This is one of the 8 pages, and I put that on the back of all the other pages. And along with that, you get, oh, I forgot how many pages, but you get some pages of these large postcard size. So they're almost as big as that half page. So I printed these two this size, and then the other ones I printed two to a page, so they actually came out 4 to a page. You know, because this is 1. So I printed 2 to a page, so it put 4 of these images on a page, so they come out this size. So I've got all these journaling cards I can use. But you'll see the pages. And then the second set that I got is tags and envelopes. So this image is an envelope. And then there are tags and these cute cards. Here's some tags. And there are some tags shaped like that. So you get quite a bit. So it's a lot of fun. And when I saw that journal kit, I wanted to make something with it. So I bought it, and then I forgot, and when I rediscovered it, thankfully, that's when I decided to eliminate one of the journals I was going to do so that I could do this one. So these are the ephemera pieces that I have pulled from my stash to add. So I've got some ideas for how I want to do this journal, but we'll see how it goes as we progress. So let's just start with getting this cover put on. I've already got my Mod Podge in a little dish here. I did rub some ink, Vintage Photo Distress ink, around the edges of this book to darken the edges, make it a little more rustic. So my idea for the book, for how I want to do it, is rustic, and because the paper that she uses for the background, the design for the background, looks like handmade paper with flecks in it, I'm going to go with a lot of handmade paper in the book. And like I said, a rustic look. So that cute little gnome is inside his mushroom house, decorated for Christmas, and there's a deer looking in at him. It's really cute. There are other images, like those large postcards that come with the journal kit. Any of those would be great for a cover. I'm just going to set this aside to dry. But while I have the Mod Podge out, I have a napkin. I have this old Hallmark napkin, and I cut a corner off, and I don't remember which book I stuck it in. Here it is. So I'm just going to Mod Podge it to this craft colored paper. Oh, I feel a sneeze coming. But there it is. It's the first chance I've had to actually get some real crafting done since I came home from my trip, such as it was. And I came home early. But I've just been busy. I did get to finish those homemaker journals, so that was the only crafting I got done. Finished up the homemaker journals and got them in the shop and sold, and they're on their way to their new owners. And Monday, I spent any time I had for crafting, I spent organizing and picking out Christmas stuff for the journal. So that's, that was a step in this direction, getting this project going. Cut some more napkin off. And yesterday, I spent the day with my sisters. We had what we call Sister Day. I've talked about it before. I have 2 remaining sisters. We lost our baby sister 4 years ago. But the 3 of us that are left, we take turns hosting each other. We did it when Lisa was still with us too. She didn't always join us, but she did her share of hosting too. So we miss her on our Sister Day, but we got together yesterday here. It was my first time having them here since I moved. Because of COVID, we couldn't visit each other. So they came here, and I made roast beef and gravy and mashed potatoes and corn, and I made homemade sticky buns for dessert. We had a great time. And then we went and visited my parents. I live the closest to my parents. I'm just minutes away from them. So while they were here, my dad's birthday was Sunday. So I went to see him on his birthday, but they hadn't been able to see him yet. So before they went home, we all went to visit my parents, spent some time there. So I was busy all day. I think it was going on 7 by the time I got home. So today, I was supposed to watch my grandsons today so they could do their schooling here, but I don't have to. So I get to craft. Pretty excited about that. Doing 1 for each signature. This doesn't take very long, and usually I tear the napkins, but I kind of wanted to cut around that red border this time. I figured since I have the Mod Podge out and the brush already in it, I might as well do these. I also have something else I'm doing for Christmas. I started it probably over a month ago. It won't take me long to finish it. I just have to get to it. I'll show you that in a minute. Set these aside to dry. So I pulled rustic papers, natural papers, natural colors for this journal, and I think it's going to be really fun to do a Christmas journal like this. Alright, get rid of this. It has all the Mod Podge on it. I'll just fold that. Set this over here. I might use it again for something. These are the other things I have started. So remember the mail journal portfolios that I made? So I'm doing Christmas ones, and I already have the portfolio, the cover and the folio part done. I just have to cut pages and sew them in. And the pages are going to be plain, not decorated, so that won't take long. I just have to get around to do it. So I already have ephemera stuffed in. I've got napkin for each journal. Gee, I don't even have one of those napkins for me to use. So I will be getting these in the shop also. I have 6 of them. Okay, back to what we were doing. I have the pages cut and folded together. I see that I have to trim off some of the printable because it's a little wider. It would fit in the book, but it might stick out a little bit, and I don't really like to have the pages stick out from the cover, so I'm just going to trim the one that's in the center especially. And my printer didn't do this right. It pulled it off kilter and left that edge white, so I'm just going to trim that edge off. No, I can add washi tape to that, so I don't have to lose all of that. So I don't have much that I have to fill in there. I'll just put some washi tape there. And I already added some trim to the front page. This is a brown ribbon, and I just let this embroidered edge stick out. So that kind of helps hide that page in the middle that sticks out. It's too bad, I like that brown edge. Alright, let's see what we can do here with these journals. Put this one in the front. I will do some stenciling here. I got these out for my Christmas journals, but I wonder if I should get something a little more rustic for this one. Let me see what I have in stencils. Okay, I've got my whole pile of stencils here we can go through. That might work. Some foliage. Maybe that one. I was wondering if I have a wood grain one. I used to, but I think that was one of the flimsy ones. This one looks like burlap. And I may not have the wood grain anymore. Polka dots might be fun. Maybe some crackle, I don't know. Some leaves. Some ferns. Oh, these are cute. These, oh, I forgot what they are, but they fall out of trees. I've got lots of stuff I could use, don't I? that you wouldn't necessarily think for a Christmas journal, but for this one that's woodlands, there's a wood grain one. I might use that with a spray. It's really flimsy and hard to do with when you're rubbing it with a brush or something. Okay, I think that takes care of that. I got more than I need there. Oops, sorry. Let's try spraying it. See how that works. I did bring some sprays in with me. I have warm brown, vintage photo. Let's do vintage photo for this. Why does it look so different? Because I oversprayed that, I guess. Okay. Now, let's take the next one and just do the negative of that. That looks cool. And the texture of the paper is kind of almost like linen, so that helps make it look really neat. Now this is going to look different because I'm going to spray through this end. It's different ink too. That looks cool. I'm going to lay this down on something so I don't waste it. I've got some straw paper here that I cut. That looks cool. Okay, look at my hands. And I have one more sheet of this paper. This is Paper Studio set from Hobby Lobby, which I always have a hard time finding Christmas papers. They're the heavier ones, and I want thin ones because this would really thicken up a book fast. But I just put one of each, or two of the pages in each signature. Let's see what I can do for this one. Let's do a little burlap and add some floral to it or something. See how that goes. Let's do this in Here it is. Iced spruce. That sounds woodland, right? Woodland where the gnomes live. I expected it to look more green. Peeled paint. Let that dry. I'm just taking these signatures all apart. I'm just going to have to, if I don't remember how I had them, that's fine. It'll work whatever way I want to put them. I think it'll dry a little bit lighter. I think you'll still be able to write on that. Okay. I think I'm going to be done making the mess for a while. I wasn't sure exactly how I wanted to do these, but I had an idea of what I wanted. You know, I want to play around with inks and stuff on some of these pages. And I am all green. I look very rustic. So I brought out of the other room some rustic papers. I have some handmade papers, some tea bag papers that I just got in a Happy Mail. And this was printed on a blank page by mistake, so I can make ephemera with that. This is the other half of the piece that I use for a cover, so I can use this for ephemera. Not sure why that's, oh, because I had 7 pages and I have 3 signatures, so I ended up with 1 left over, which I will do something with. Okay, now we've got some stenciling done, spray stenciling. We've got some Mod Podging done. Let's get some clean paper up here. I guess we don't need any paper right now. Let's see what we can do on these pages. I did make this tag last night. Took some corrugated cardboard that I had already rubbed. It's either white paint or gesso, I don't remember which. And then I did a collage with a piece of doily and a piece of handmade paper and this mushroom piece that was in the kit. Isn't that cute? And then I backed it with some more kind of textured paper, leaving some of the corrugated part showing. So I'm not sure. I think I might put a large eyelet or something in there. But I have these pockets that I can use that came with the kit. So I am going to, I guess I do need paper up here. I'm going to ink those. I don't want that. I'll use this. So with these envelopes, the only printed part is the middle. So that way you can glue that right down to a page without worrying about covering something up that you don't want to cover, which I think is awesome. I am inking the wrong part. I want to ink this part. That part's going to be hidden. I will just ink around the edges. That will show. Every year I say I'm not going to make so many Christmas books, but then I have so many books that I want to turn into journals. I think where I wanted to put them was on the back of the signature cover. This is the cover page of a signature. I think I wanted to put that on here. So I'll just glue that down. And we are off and running. We glued something to a page. These are the little tags I'm going to put inside. I might put some baker's twine or something on that, but for now I'll just leave it. There are only 2 of these envelopes, so I'll have to do something else for the 3rd signature. I think my ink pad's getting dry. I have to keep a careful eye on that cap because I usually have some spares in there, but they're all gone. Who knows where they went? So here's the other page, and I'll need to put something on the back here. It might be a glassine or library pocket. I like that one. That goes with the rustic theme. I think I have another pad. Let's see if this one, whoops. See if that one does better. Yeah, I think this one's better. Maybe. Rocking my spray bottles sitting here. You hear them rocking while I do that. Shaking the whole table. This is from a game card, a children's game, vintage. I thought I could use that in here. I need something to put on this. So let's see. I have these vintage, that's pretty, I like that. Vintage gift labels. And then this is one somebody made. This was cut out of a card and added to some cardstock. That one's pretty. This This one's nice. This was cut with pinking shears out of a vintage card. I think I'll use that one because it fits on there very nicely. Throwing things. I'm going to add a little something to it. Looking at my trims over here next to my sewing machine. Okay, I've got some to audition. I have 2 widths of gold rickrack. I think I like the gold rickrack. So we have this rustic journal with a bit of sparkle. Yes, I like that. You probably like something else better. But I like this one. Whoop, I didn't even glue this down yet. Come on, Diane. Stuck to me. Might put a button on that. I have a box of stuff. Oh, there went all my stencils. This is all Christmas stuff. Oh, I've got these wooden stars. I've got little stamps and playing cards. This is all the little stuff. Buttons and sequins and jingle bells. Do I want to paint that? I might put some gesso on that star, but for now I'm going to glue the pocket on. That might go up there. Let's just do it. Let's do it. This will be the center signature. If I have one that's different from the others, it goes in the center. So these two have the same trim on the outside, and this one has something different. These two have the same pocket, and this one has something different. So this will be the center signature. Just the way my brain works. Looking for those other gift tags that I just had. I have that one. I had two of those. Here it is. Okay, that's the back of the signature covers. What shall we do to the fronts? Oh, I've got to go before my camera shuts off. I will continue working on these. I'll video some of what I do. But thanks for hanging out with me so far. Tell me what you think of this little journal so far, and of the potential, not the potential, but the forthcoming ones that I showed you, the book covers of. And I will see you in the next video. Have a creative day. Bye-bye.